Hello and welcome to another series of Dad's Dad Job. This is series 3. First one we're going to kick off. It's going to be fully West Ham, and I'm really looking forward to this season, especially being in the Championship. But after the heartbreak of the World Cup, there has been a lot of stuff that's been going on with West Ham United this summer in terms of it has been a complete summer of madness. I'm going to do a quick 60-second roundup for those that haven't been on this earth for the past 5 weeks in terms of what's been going on at West Ham. But let's go down to the details, shall we? So here is a synopsis in 60 seconds. David Sullivan resigns as co-chairman following allegations he strongly denies. Daniel Křetínský agrees a deal to purchase part of the Golds family shares, taking his stake to around 43%, to be continued, making him the club's largest shareholder, subject to approval. Supporters are invited to shape the future as West Ham launches a fan consultation on the new club crest, which is due to be released on the 27-28 season. Nils Koppen arrives as Director of Player Recruitment, with Silva joining Nuno as Santo's backroom staff as his new assistant. New Balance unveils its first ever West Ham kits, which have gone down an absolute treat. Despite relegation, the club has surpassed 50,000 season ticket holders, highlighting the incredible support and loyalty towards the club. But not a coincidence that the fact that Sullivan has stepped down, that the fans have started to back their club. The London Stadium continues to cost around £19 million per year due to a London Assembly, keeping pressure on the club's finances. Fans continue to question the club's commercial strategy after years without securing stadium naming rights, with former Vice Chair Karen Brady facing further criticism from sections of the fan base for missed sponsorship opportunities. Club captain Jarrod Bowen, a fan favourite Souček, have both committed their futures to West Ham, providing a huge boost ahead of the Championship campaign. West Ham have raised significant transfer funds through sales of Fernandes and Somerville, totalling around £150 million. And with the new season just around the corner, all eyes are now on the transfer window, where West Ham have yet to sign any players with 2 weeks to go until the actual season starts. But first, here's a word from our sponsors before we'll get you on to our guests.
This week's show is in association with the Ribman. If you haven't tried the Ribman yet, what are you doing? Every Sunday, you can find the Ribman down Brick Lane, serving up the best ribs in London. Smoky, sticky, messy perfection, exactly how ribs should be. And if you can't make it down, no stress. Head over to theribman.co.uk, where you can grab its legendary hot sauces from your home. Trust me, once you try them, there's no going back. Go on, you irons.
Boys, welcome to the show. We're joined by Mark, that's to my left, Trevor, that's just below me, and Grandad's our job, bottom left-hand corner to me, Tony. So, boys, it's been a long summer. How are we getting on?
Well, we're getting over the bulk of England, I suppose you can call it, can't you? So it's one let down, and well, it's 2 letdowns on the spin, isn't it, with West Ham and now England. So being an England fan is like being a West Ham fan, isn't it? At the end of the day.
Yeah. That's
Second half of the
summer of. What was that, Mark? Sorry.
Second halves are the same. West Ham in England. Just sit back on a lead.
Oh God!
No, don't. Yeah. What was Tuchel thinking?
There we go.
What was Tuchel? What was he thinking? It was the worst substitution. You go and support.
Go on, mate. Go on.
As I said, it was the worst substitution ever. That substituted Tuchel for Southgate for the last 15 minutes, didn't we? It was like, what the hell was going on there?
Well, I was talking to a guy at work. He might be in the chat later. I don't know, but he said to me, he's a great tactician and he's this and he's that. And I said to him after that Mexico game, I said he's either very lucky or you're right. And I think he was lucky because he tried it again, didn't he? Exactly the same tactics. He got away with it with Mexico. And I must admit, when they played that and they won, I thought perhaps there is something about this team. But I was so underwhelmed with it. All the World Cups that, we've had, Mark, as well, like when we had to get the football teams together and all that and join up. But that was the most underwhelming World Cup. And yet, it was our best on foreign soil. So, who am I to know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I say our second most successful finish in a World Cup since '66, and I say I think that although it was a 42-team tournament or 48-team tournament, I think it was quite diluted with the amount of games. Like if you're up at 3 o'clock in the morning watching Jordan v Algeria, then you've got problems. I think.
I was there. It was a great game. I don't know what you're talking about, mate.
Back in the day, you could have,
I was there cheering on Jordan. I was watching a different sort of Jordan, though. But that's
yeah.
Well, there we go. Like I say, we go for a World Cup, trying to hope that West Ham could actually celebrate some success, and obviously reality hits. And now we're back in looking forward to the Championship. So, as part of the 50,000 season ticket holders, Mark, have you renewed your season ticket?
Yep, of course. I think that's 29 years now in a row for me.
Well, you had a fringe when you started, didn't you?
Yeah, curtains.
He did have curtains. So, you boys thinking about getting a season ticket?
No, but me and the missus, we have spoken about this, and I might try and get in a couple of games this season. Plus, I want to do the away games, like with all the new stadiums and all the new the places. Like we've got friends in Swansea, so we're thinking of doing that. Same thing, we're having friends in Swansea. We're thinking of doing Bristol. I know people down in Portsmouth and Southampton way, so I think I'd like to go down for that. So I'm more interested in the away games more than the home. If I can get a couple of home games in, that'd be great. But yeah, I want to do the away ones.
You struggle to get tickets.
I know.
That's the thing. The allocations are less, and the demand is even more. I looked at there was the allocations they put down already, and I think like all the Northerners, they give us the bigger allocations. So like Blackburn are going to give us about 8,400 tickets.
Really? Okay.
But everything else coming back our way. Anything London or South, getting about 1,700 to 1,900, something like that.
Yeah, I might chance me arm on a couple of them and go see if I can get something in a home end, but in a decent one, so like a Bristol or something, just like but don't wear any colours or something like that.
Yeah, or Millwall, you know.
Millwall, I'm going to go in my colours, mate. I don't know what you're talking about.
I've tried that a couple of times and it just don't work because you like
really.
You sort of like I know. So on the odd occasion we do score, but when you're like. Well, you bite your glove, you know what I mean? Like it's like you can't jump up and down. But we done it at Chelsea, and didn't we? Lampard missed the penalty, didn't he? What's his name? Sorry,
Jimmy Walker. Jimmy Walker saved it.
We went to jump up and down, but we couldn't. Like you know, it was again because you can't let yourself go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, Millwall away. That's something to look forward to, isn't it? So, but funny enough, they're all lunchtime Saturday kickoffs and going to be live on ITV as well. So
they've got to change that. The last time we played them, it was about 10:30 in the morning on a Sunday before the pubs opened.
Yeah, but no, it's a midday kickoff. ITV, the Millwall game.
Yeah, I'm going Millwall away.
Over there.
Yeah,
it's my mate's wedding that day.
Make it.
It's my mate's wedding.
Oh, right.
I know. I'm going to miss it.
Yeah, you're going to miss the wedding. It's a tough one, isn't it?
It's hard, isn't
it? There's a comment here from Frog and Well. 50,000 season ticket sales, and they sack the DJ who gives them free PR week in, week out. We'll touch on the button monkey, Russ Budden, shortly. Because now that, as you see in the chat, there is a petition doing the rounds to get the DJ back into his job. But let's just focus on what's been going on at the start. So obviously Daniel Křetínský announces. Funny enough, I landed in Menorca and my phone went off. It was just like pinging. I thought, what's going on? Daniel Křetínský released a statement saying that he's going to purchase the gold shares and be 43% owner. Since that happened, Amanda Staveley's thrown a hat in the ring, and then obviously things are kind of quieted down. But by the sounds of it, it does still feel like Křetínský is leading the way with is it Vikram Karani? Is it who's the Karani? Who's the CEO at the moment?
I can't remember.
Karim Farani?
It's something like that. It's something like that. I know. Yeah. I know the guy. I can picture the guy. I can't think. I can picture. I'll take your word for that one. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's a West Ham fan. He's from Basildon originally, but obviously he's done well in education and got himself in the position of these roles. So he's obviously taking a lot of the business decision making at the club. And it does seem like he's doing a lot of good things in his short space of time he's been there so far. And Yeah, kind of putting Karen Brady to shame, really, isn't he?
Well, the thing
Is he the one that's done the sales basically now?
I'm not sure if he was in charge of the sales, but yeah, I think down to that is I think Křetínský's got getting involved in that. I think he might have a say in that. But yeah, I don't know who's in control of the sales now, but I know that the stance is if you want our players, you've got to play top whack for them.
And let's be honest,
we don't need the money anymore.
If Sullivan would have been in charge still with that, he would have sold them. So we wouldn't have got 80 million for the pair of them.
Yeah, half price all day long.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have.
And he'll give Nuno like 20 million to spend, and that's all you're going to have, basically. That's all you've got from him.
Okay, Karim Varane, I think his name is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he's done a reasonably good job. Yeah, I think one of the major things also that come out of that Křetínský statement was the fact that there's a club consultation for the club crest, which is fantastic news. I mean, for me, I've never I prefer this one because it's Hyde in London, but you boys have got the crest on there where you've got West Ham United London on there. But obviously, we want something that's like that, don't we? So going back to that,
that's what I like. I like that original one, the one you pointed out. I like that one.
Yeah.
But then I think sometimes it's got to be, if we went back and started putting the castle on, the castle is an acknowledgement of the bowling ground because it's Anne Boleyn Castle, but the castle don't look like that anyway.
Well,
so then obviously now
we had them cardboard cutouts, didn't we? At the top,
so that's why we had the cardboard cutouts on the stadium. Then the badge matched to suit the stadium, but we're not at that stadium no more. We're not in that geographical location anymore. So is there, what's your thoughts? Do you think we should have the castle on there, or do you think we should omit it from
I would have the little castle.
Crests?
I'd have the little castle like you got, Ginge, the irons there, and then maybe just above it have the castle, and then just West Ham United underneath, or even East London. I'd accept East London.
Or Essex.
Yeah.
East London and Essex.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Yeah, to have like just at the sort of top of the cross, have it kind of there, the castle.
Yeah, little castle.
Yeah, and I'll have East London, and Essex at the bottom. But yeah, no, that sounds a good idea actually. Yeah, I like that. That sounds good. I think you've got to have it just to kind of like almost like a memory of like where it come from. If you know what I mean?
Don't have to be prominent.
You think the Hammers are a memory of the ironworks, so the castle could be a memory of Upton Park, and then you've got the London bit for the London Stadium. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we never had the castle on our badge until the Cup Winners' Cup final. No, the statue that's outside the London Stadium now with beat 1860 Munich, I think it is.
Yeah, 65.
So that's the first shirt where we had the castle on it. So it kind of makes you think. That's like, there you go, West Ham massive. Gatesy, I hope you're doing all right, mate. Controversial, but the castle was only really used from 64, which was 9 years after the castle was knocked down. So the Anne Boleyn Castle was, I think it was 2 turrets, wasn't it? It was like the turret there and then the turret there. And
I'm looking at. I'm probably doing the same as me. I'm going to find it now. There we go.
That's all right.
Yeah, so the castle, 68 to 75 was the first one. It was white. It was a kind of white castle, white crosses. Then we've had the castle ever since. But 83, 85, we just had the Hammers, and then we went back to the castle until this one.
Yeah. Yes, it says leave the castle off. No relevance to Stratford. I think what was it? We had I think it was the 80s, wasn't it? The shirt where we had the blue band around the middle with Avco Trust.
Yeah.
I think 88. I think it might have been 81 or 82 or something like that. And that just had the Hammers on there. And I thought that was actually quite nice. Like, it's quite simplistic. It's still iconic in terms of who we are.
Sounded like a stat. I've got them all here. It was 83 to 85. That one.
Yeah.
It was 83 to 85. That.
And WHUFC underneath it, which was quite prominent. So obviously the crest is going to be something. I'm predicting that they're going to bring something completely new to the table, but heritage in mind. I just think people are just not on board with the word London underneath it, knowing that the fact that we was originally on the east side of the River Lee, which is part of Essex, and then it become part of London when the metropolitan boroughs come to play in London. So then, so obviously, it's going to be quite a deep thought process, and I'm glad it's taken a good couple of years to get it right. So
who's going to be involved in that then, Adam? Who's going to be?
Well, it's the fan advisory board, so they're actually part of a consultation process. Like season ticket holders, bond members. Well, it's bond members and season ticket holders that are on there.
Will we see the due process? Will we see I know season ticket holders will probably get to pick the design. I should imagine, which is the only right, I suppose. But will it come out in the open? You reckon? Or just I'd like
to think they'd have a few samples.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
like 10, and they might knock it down to 5 and just scratch off a couple, and then they'll pick their best out. And
the season ticket holders should have the vote, shouldn't they? Because you're putting your money where your mouth is week in, week out. So that's only fair and proper.
Yeah. And that's the thing. The crest we got now, it's basically Arsenal 2.0. We weren't even consulted with it. We were just saying, we've got a new badge. Here it is.
Yeah.
It. It was, I just
You've got to be careful with the consultation thing anyway, because if you just open it up to anyone, it gets hacked. And then before you know, our team name is now Busface. A load of Spurs fans got on it.
Yeah.
It can only be season ticket holders, because it's going to be true and proper, isn't it? Like you've got to. So it's only you that can vote on it. It must be. It's the only one that can do it. Otherwise, you're going to have Millwall fans putting stuff on it. Yeah. Otherwise,
they'll pick the shittest one. You know what he's doing.
Yeah. They've already got that. Don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so that's that. And then obviously the good news is the man behind me has committed to stay this season with a revised contract, which I believe he'll be on the same wages. He gets a heavy promotion bonus. And if the club do not go up, then he's got a release fee attached to his contract. No one knows what that fee is. But if we fail to get promotion, then he'll be pretty much out the door the first day after the season, because there'll be a fee flying around about that. I believe it's about £20 million is the minimum release fee.
No.
So don't come to that.
No.
Yeah, so there's only one option, and that's
to
get back up.
I'm not him for doing that. I mean, he could have took a pound note and gone. I suppose the father-in-law might have had something to do with it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, a little bit.
But the whole joking aside, I mean, I do admire him. I remember Carrick doing that when we went down before. I think he was the only one that stayed. Everyone, I don't think the door shut in the dressing room and they all put the transfer requests in. It was only Carrick that stayed.
Yeah, Jermaine Defoe, wasn't it? It was the notorious one.
Yeah. They all went, didn't they?
I think he's looked at it smartly. I think, we've got next year. There's no international tournaments. The year after that, we got England. So we got Euros. So he's gone. If I can stay one season, it's not going to make a blind bit of difference. This would probably be his last ever tournament, potentially because of his age. So he's gone, right, I've got, if we come up with England, with West Ham into the Prem, that's fine. I'll stay, fight to get into the England squad for the Euros. If I don't, I'll leave. I'll probably get a Premiership club, fight to get into the England squad with whatever team he's with.
Yeah.
So he's kind of in a bit of a win-win in a sense, where he's held the cards and he's played a good hand. I think he's done a really good job.
Mm.
Mm. He's come out of it looking like a hero, which obviously he is. He's done a fantastic job. We're so pleased for him for staying. And if he doesn't stay, everyone's going to kind of go, fair enough. So if we don't go up,
season though.
Say again?
Got to have a good season though, otherwise we'll want him out. He's on that big wages and he stays.
Yeah.
January and people are like, do you know what? Let him leave.
Sorry, parachute payment to stop, wasn't it? So
yeah.
That's the thing. If we're like.
Yeah, well, don't start on him.
If we're in the bottom half of the table come Christmas, and then the transfer window opens in January, you can pretty much predict that they're going to be punting Jarrod Bowen around, because they're going to get more money than what they would do 6 months later, aren't they? So
nah, mate. The Championship's like, it's such a tight league. Christmas time means nothing. Yeah. You can go on a mad run for a couple of games. You can shoot up the table. They'll hold out.
Southampton, wasn't it?
Yeah, they'll hold out to the end of the year, definitely.
I'm
And then also to add to that,
I'm looking forward to it this year because we're going to be VAR-less.
Oh,
yeah.
yes. Thank
And
God.
when we score a goal, you can celebrate it. You ain't going to go, oh, hang on a minute.
Would
Like the old days, you just look to the line out and he keeps the flag
That's it.
down and you celebrate
That's
that half a second.
I was at I told you boys I was at Stevenage the other day for the game, and we were saying that like when the goal went in, no one was looking at VAR. It was just a goal,
Yeah.
and it felt like refreshing. It was like it's like going back to a couple of years. You know, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
It was so nice.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, isn't it? Like I say, no VAR, but it was close to having VAR this season because it actually went to a vote in the summer, and it was actually in favour of no VAR. I think about 60% didn't want it.
Oh.
Obviously now,
I think actually,
it's quite.
in its defence, there's nothing actually wrong with VAR.
It's people that use it, yeah.
The people that's using it.
Yeah.
The VAR system's all right, but it's the people that's using it. It's just they're clueless, absolutely clueless.
What about the hydration break? I like that. Are we
Ah,
gonna get that?
burn it.
Oh, here we go.
Hydration.
Get some extra sponsorship money for that.
Well, Matt, we've had this debate, haven't we?
Oh,
Yeah, we've had this debate haven't we, about the refreshment. What's your thoughts on it, Adam? What's your thoughts on the refreshment break?
Well, I joined you live on TikTok. What's your account for the viewers, by the way? Just put it there.
Big Trev's Comedy or Big Trev Taxi.
Big Trev's Comedy. So obviously I was on there for the comedy factor. And so Trev asked a question about whether it's been a good World Cup. And I actually was in favour of the hydration break. So I actually didn't mind it.
you're joking.
Your old man looks furious.
What do you like about it?
You've gone against everything. You go to all about all tradition.
You're disowned.
Now you want to knock into
Yeah,
four quarters.
Hold on a minute, right? My argument was football has always evolved over the 150 years it's been part of the Football Association. We had no goal, we had no crossbars, we had no goal lines, we had no corners, we had no refs, there was no fouls on the goalkeeper and stuff like that. So obviously things have progressed over the years. Like now we're introducing VAR, now we're introducing this, like yellow cards, red cards, they didn't come in until the 70s because of something that happened during the World Cup. Well, we had Keith Hackett on our show doing that. I'm just saying, the game's evolving. I'm all for, not a hydration break, but I'm for a tactical break, which means that it allows, because I think it proved dividends when Tuchel was making decisions in game, and it gave him that 2 to 3 minutes to literally get the team together, sort out what the tactics were, make his substitutions, and then go and play that second half. I
can't believe I'm hearing this, Adam.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not going to be.
If a footballer
you'd be pulling it out,
can't sort his team out at the start of the game, give him a kick up the arse at half time, and then.
But the game's changed, hasn't it?
You don't need that 25 minutes, 20 minutes. Talk on the side.
Game's changed. No, you remember you only used to have one substitution.
For the worst.
We only had one substitution.
One half. And they're one half.
Well, yeah, I don't care. Have one substitution. That's what you want. Go back to the old days. Put a lace in the ball if you want. I just want it back as normal. You know what I mean?
They need less breaks. They're all athletes now. They need less. Let's have a 5-minute half-time break.
These drinks they're having are bleeding electrodes and Christ knows what they run for bleeding ever. Like 22 minutes and they're like this. Jordan Pickford, a bit water break. What's he doing? Water break. Jordan Pickford. I bet he's really tired, isn't he? Jeez, that's 6-yard box. I must have a treadmill up there or something. Mate,
I think he's a bit autistic anyway, isn't he? He's doing star jumps.
Trudge, that's a great comment. That so in the eyes of Dad, the game is devolving.
Yeah,
you are right. That is right.
I'm just saying. I'm not a pioneer for it. I'm not saying I'm going to set up a petition for it. But if it come into the game, I wouldn't mind it. That's all I'm saying. Because like if your back's up against the wall in a last day of the season in the championship, and you're playing the other team that's top of the league as well, and then you've got 15 minutes to make, you've got to sit there, compose, you're leading the game. What do? You've got that last 15 minutes to kind of collect yourself, compose yourself.
Reverse it.
You've had 45 games before that to find out.
But reverse that. Reverse that. Say we're on the attack. We've got the momentum. We're flying. Last 15 minutes, we don't want the game to stop. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Exactly. All of a sudden, you get a hydration break, and like it's like, no, you don't want it. And plus, the hydration break was the idea of getting water on. You don't need a hydration break on a Tuesday night in November in Stoke, right? And it's bucketing down a rain,
That's why
hail, wind, snow, the elements, and they're having to stop for a bovril the last 75 minutes. They're stopping for a cup of tea and a pie, right? The last 75 minutes. No,
brandy and all that. No, even like hydration in aircon stadiums.
Yeah,
but Ginger's right. There's not a lot of aircon stadiums in the Championship, so you probably are more due a hydration break.
A cup of
than
tea.
you was in the World Cup.
Mark, don't you start. Don't you start.
I'm turning over now to the dark side a little bit.
It would have been an hydration break. They'd all be stopping for 15 minutes, putting on fleeces and puffer jackets and having a cup of tea and warming up.
Snood.
I'll tell you what,
It's just Snood's back.
You'll probably get more injuries. Probably get more injuries having that because you'd be stop-starting.
Yeah.
If people get cold, they get your hamstring goes, your pulled muscles, you're going to get all that.
Yeah, you're in Preston on a Wednesday night in February, and you've got to get the last train home, but you can't because Pablo's stopping for a refreshment break. No.
Cyanide break.
On that note, shall we stop for a refreshment break? Let's get your glasses up. Let's have a go on, Mark. Get your drink. Ready? Refreshment break. Cheers, boys.
On the waters.
See, he just proved my argument. See, when it was getting a bit testy, you all stopped and had a drink, and now you're all calm now. So anyway, that's that. That's the only thing I would take away from the World Cup. And obviously the news today that Infantino wants to sell private stake in the FIFA World Cup to investors, and one of those being Donald Trump's son. So
he's
if
in
it
the
isn't as
tens of
corrupt,
millions himself.
yeah. So UEFA have put out an official complaint asking for Infantino to step down. So watch your space. Anyway, so along with Jarrod Bowen staying, Souček announced he was staying as well. I mean, it was a bit forced, I think, because he picked up an injury in the last game for Czech Republic, and it was deemed that he'd done his ACL or Achilles, and he's going to be out until December. So he can't move club anyway, so he's going to fail a fitness test. So he put a post out on social media saying that he's going to stay, which is great for second half of the season. And we're currently in negotiations to extend Mavropanos' contract and give him a salary which reflects his performances. So that is another good factor as well. So it does seem like there's a lot more about squad retention rather than squad investment. So what's your thoughts on that in terms of keeping the key players? Who do you think who are the 5 key players that you think have to stay at this club?
Well, you just said it, Bowen.
We ain't got 5 good players.
Panos.
Key players, I said.
Panos, Bowen.
Pablo.
Oh, mate.
I'm doing it to wind you up.
Yeah. Tatty, if we could get hold of him, I think he'd score an hat for goals in that league.
Well, there's been rumour about Seville coming in for him. I know he's been put in the home kit release and training kits and stuff like that. He's been front and centre in terms of the commercial side to it. But Seville have put in some sort of interest. I know they've got a load of fan accounts that are kind of doing propaganda to build the media hype to get him in. But they've only got 12 million quid to spend. So West Ham are pretty much saying, well, if he's going to go, he's going to. We want our money back for starters.
Get a load of oranges for your hydration break. Make use of them, Adam. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
Jesus
But I think they're pushing their luck with that. I think Seville thinking that we're a championship club and we're going to bulk at 12 million quid. Yes, please. I don't think it's happening. I think he is staying, and he's been, from what I've been told, he's going to be given the number 10 shirt as well. So he's going to be, it's going to be an interesting season with Tatty up top.
I think he come in Christmas time, then he tried to hit the ground running. Well, he did compared to the other geezer. Anyway, that's another story. But I think he'll be right. I think he'll be all right in this league. It's a little bit of a low standing. I actually think he's going to score out for the goals for us. I really do.
If we can't keep him, we're in big trouble, because after that, you're looking at Fulkrug, and I'd be concerned with that.
I think he will. So I think he started to find his feet right in back end of last season. He started to look like a bit more comfortable, look more like sort of aware with it, sort of together with the club. And I think you're right. When we go down to the Championship, he is a better level than that. He is. You can see it. And I think he'll score a hatful of goals.
Even against that Brentford, like he could have 4 that day.
Yeah, he was just unlucky, wasn't he?
And that game, that could have kept us up. That game.
Yeah, he was so unlucky.
He was unlucky. Like it was ridiculous, wasn't it? You know what I mean? But
he should have got a couple of Leeds at home.
Sorry, mate.
Leeds at home as well. Should have had a couple that day.
Yeah, but
I think you're right. I think the core idea of keeping up players is good. Because obviously, you're keeping somewhat, I'd say, Premiership standard players. Mavropanos, who is it? Bowen, Souček when he's fit, Tati. I even think Walker Peters will do a good job in the Championship.
I think so.
And I think there's a guy coming back. If he can stay in favour with Nuno, well, I think it's going to be a bit of not a secret weapon, but sort of coming back would be Ward-Prowse. I think with leadership.
Friendlies, actually.
He played well at Southampton. I thought he'd done all right. And I think, Southampton, Stevenage. And he's got leadership qualities, and I think that's something we have lacked over, like especially last season, was leadership qualities in the dressing room and on the pitch. And all right, he's lost a yard of pace, but the Championship hopefully isn't as quick as the Premiership, and he might be okay. So I think, as long as there is a element of people staying, which would be great, but we definitely need to build.
But what I would say, keeping your players is good. I mean, that bit of business that they've done, that 150 million or whatever it works out for the 2 players, that's great business. I mean, like in your wildest dreams, you wouldn't have thought you'd have got that sort of money. But it's only going to be a good for our club if they invest it and we get some decent players in to boost our squad. Otherwise, it's bad business because otherwise we're going to be in a worse situation starting this season than we were at the end of last season. And weren't that good then? So we got to, and again, what annoys me with West Ham is they don't get their business done early. So we've had all these pre-season friendlies, and then Nuno might surprise us and sign 2 or 3 players. But then you got to get to know the players. I just don't get it. Get your business done early. I know we've had a World Cup and all that, and I get that. So there's a little bit of slack where that's concerned. But get the players in early. Get gelling. And use the pre-seasons for what they are. It's to put players in. You know what I mean? But what's it the other year? 2 or 3 games into the season, we hadn't bought no one.
Yeah. We look at like was it last season when we bought? Was it Fernandes? 3 or 4 games into the season.
So I mean,
made his debut against Forest, didn't he?
Yeah, we waited until Christmas to buy 2 strikers.
Yeah,
that's one thing I think with the new board, they're doing a great job, but it does feel a little bit like a remnants of Sullivan here, in the sense where this is the sort of thing that Sully would do, lastminute.com, and you'd think by now you'd at least got 1 or 2 players in. You've got the money in for Fernandes, you've got the money in for Somerville. You must have targets out there. Why haven't we got them?
How much money's in the kitty though? How much money of that's got to go towards?
I think.
True, we still.
I think when it comes August, I think that's when Křetínský is going to release his dough. That's from what I've heard.
Why wait till August, Adam? Why? They've had
the transfer window don't end until September.
Why having pre-season friendlies in July and you've got no new input? I don't get it.
We've got La Madrid.
Who?
La Madrid.
I'm a bit.
There's a big squad. There's a big squad.
He looks all right. I'm a bit like you. I'm on the fence with him still. Obviously, it's only pre-season friendlies. He looks okay. He looks lightweight to me. That's the only thing. He looks like he needs good meat pie in him. Fill him out a bit. I think he might. If anything, if I had to rely on someone next season, it would be Earthy over him, because I think Earthy's got the Championship experience with Bristol. He was at Bristol, wasn't he? Is that right?
Yeah, he was at Bristol. Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, I wouldn't not play La Madrid. You've got to give him a chance, but he looks like you say, he looks lightweight to me.
It reminds me of that other fella that we had. I can't remember his name. It was a bit poor, mate. And we sold him to Spain. The young thing begins with G. Guilherme.
Yeah. Oh, Guilherme, yeah.
He never got a chance.
No.
But yeah, I'm with you, Trev. That Earthy, George Earthy, there's something about that kid. I think he needs a little run, and I think he's going to be our Foden. I think he's that good.
Yeah,
I do think he's that good.
Yeah, Foden, our kind of little Lanzini that we've missed.
Just someone who's going to do the unexpected.
He's available.
I'll take
He's
Lanzini
available
back
on a free.
I'll play him instead of that. Beating Pablo, I'll tell you.
You don't know what you're talking about, mate. He's brilliant.
Nah, he got clever.
He plays like Picasso, mate.
Yeah.
Just don't give him the opportunity yet. But no, but I think we're going back onto George Murphy. There is caution of the fact that he's in his last year of his contract, and again, this is word what I've been told from people not in the knows, but people in and around the player, that QPR are interested in him. So I think QPR are probably one of the teams to watch out for.
That's a step up, isn't it? QPR.
Well, it's a step up for him for playing regular football.
Yeah,
at a team he's going to be playing, isn't it? But
no,
I'd rather keep Murphy personally.
I agree with you, Ed. I think you if you're not getting a game and QPR come in and say, look, you can come play for us, you're going to get first team football. The chance, say he went to QPR for a season or two, had a blinder, then someone, I don't know, Villa comes in for him, just for an example. As a stepping stone. The lad doesn't seem bad, but I don't know what we're waiting for if he's only got a year left on his contract.
That's what happened with Spence and Morgan Rogers. They were at these big clubs and they left, and then they went and played the division lower, got themselves established, and Rogers has just signed for Chelsea for £117 million. So it's insane. But yeah, I think Murphy I'd love to keep. I'd love to give him the opportunities. He's a West Ham boy. He's a workhorse. It's just something just needs to happen for him to get a game and then go, right, okay, that's that. We know you're a starter now. Same thing for like Freddie Potts, isn't it? Like Freddie Potts is going to be quite crucial for us next year.
Yeah, I think he'll be all right
this season.
Yeah, there's a lot of quality in there from a Premier League squad.
Kante as well.
You want youth and you want fight. Because I remember when we was in the Championship last time and we got thrashed by Millwall. Because Millwall were going to be up for a fight. Them sort of games, you don't just need quality. It's only going to take you so far. You got to have the grit on them nights and they play them twice a week. You need the fight, and that's what they need to invest in. Which is probably why they need to go out and get a Championship player on their way up, one or two of them, so they know what that league's really about.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Do you know what I really think that we need? I don't think we're going to get him. Is that Disasi? Because when he came in, I thought, oh mate, well he can't get it. No, but what I'm saying is, it's no quirk of fate that when he came in, Mavropanos played his best football.
Yeah.
I think it's such
each other, didn't they?
I think it's such a shame he went down. So I think if we'd have stayed up, he'd have stayed. He'd have gone, no problems. I'm with you. No questions asked. I think the fact we went down, I think I'm saying, you might have heard the same as me. He ain't coming. He ain't coming.
I've heard that. I've heard he's not coming, but I'm saying it's just a shame.
I think he's going Palace.
Yeah.
Because Chelsea are after their centre, after the crew. The French, the crew.
Yeah.
So they're going to use Disasi as some make weight to go the other way. So he gets to stay in London, which is what he wants, and he's going to be playing under the new manager at Crystal Palace, playing European football as well. So it's a win-win for him, really. But
definitely
he's 29 this year, and if you're going to be spending £30 million on a defender, like I know how good he was, but you look at it and you think £30 million, like 29. Like it kind of raises questions, doesn't it? So I think, especially in the Championship as well, like say we paid £30 million, then he gets hit by some like Sammy Smodics or something like that. Sammy Smodics in a like a reckless tackle, when he gets injured, he's out for the year. We've blown £30 million. You can't afford to do that in the Championship.
You can sell it.
That's the risk you take with everyone.
Yeah, you just like
you could do.
But to spend your money then. I think you've got Sallyitis.
I ain't got Sally. No, don't say that, please.
No, I mean,
I was going to say a comment there. I'll leave it.
No, leave it. Yeah. You've got to spend your money, haven't you? That's the trouble with us. We always look to sell and try to make a bargain. Let's get a few in. Let's see these geezers that are in situ now, scouting players. See if they're good for their jobs. You know what I mean? And get some players in. They've got that money that's burning a hole in their pocket. They should be able to nick 4 or 5 players or 4 players to do us a job in that Championship.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Brighton do it, don't they? Bournemouth do it.
Yeah. I think as well, this is where the board, on one hand, they've done a fantastic job in getting in the money. The sales they've made have been. I mean, to get what they have for Somerville and Fernandez has been brilliant.
Good.
Now show us the other part of your business attribute. Like now show us how you buy a player. You've shown us how you can sell a player.
That's it.
Now go out and buy it. Now go out and get some players. I see something online a couple of days ago. I think it was a comment from Nuno saying that we're taking our time waiting for the right players and trying to get the right players, which is fine to a degree. But how long do you wait? You know, surely that's the idea of scouting networks, disguising. Who's a guy coming? Is it Nils Koppen?
Yeah.
Surely he must have
Nils
connections. Nils Koppen, sorry.
And we've also appointed, which come out yesterday or today, Ben Chorley, who is a part-time recruitment consultant, which will be Nils Koppen's assistant. And interestingly, he left Southampton last month. So he's going to come in. He's going to help.
Spygate. That's why he left.
Well, that's his job. Is to scout players, isn't it?
I've got something for you. Wait there, you'll like this. Wait.
Not to hide behind trees, I hope. Comes from special branch.
He's going to come back with his own camcorder.
Just in case he comes, I've got some binoculars. If he turns up, I'll give him them. I'll lend him mine if he wants.
I say that. Where'd you get them with your band 6 tickets?
That's when he goes to the ground.
Yeah, that's what I got. Yeah, that's what I need to go to the ground with.
Rosed seat 246
comes free with every season ticket. You get a pair of these. Look.
Talking of fans in band 6, let's see what Richard Dodds is up.
My name is Dodds. My job is chasing predators.
Stood up to his own.
Still can't get over it. He's chasing predators, and you're getting your binoculars out, Trev. I think you'll be ideal for each other. So there'll be more of Doddsy on a weekly basis. He sent a plethora of videos for me to edit, which would be great. So it'll be interesting to see what Dodsy's been doing. So tune in every week to see what Dodsy's up to. Right, okay, so one of the other transfer rumours that seems to be having legs at the moment is getting back academy player Silva Thomas from Stoke for 10 million quid. What's your thoughts on that? I mean, 27 years old, Welsh international, was at the academy. He was let go when he was 16, went to Bowen straight afterwards, learnt his trade and got his back up into championship level football playing for Wales. Born in Barking, funny enough. So he's a local boy. And for me, I think he's the right sort of player we should be looking to get, like getting that league experience. International player, is a starter for his team at Stoke. I think he fits the bill in terms of what we need right here, right now.
What position is he, Ginge?
Left wing.
We need something there, don't we, for a start? I mean, he had Prowse, didn't he? Trevor at Stevenage, and Rangers one. Didn't he play out on the left, Paul Prowse?
Yeah, he played at Stevenage. He played out on the left.
Yeah, well, that's not the answer, is it? He's hardly dynamic with pace, is he? So,
no. You know what? I think we'll talk about Thomas there, but I'll just put his comment in for afterwards. But I think Diouf as a left winger might be the option for us, and play Scholes left back.
I'd rather play Aaron Wan-Bissaka right back and KYP left back. That's what I'd rather do. But he ain't gonna stay, is he? But
no, I wouldn't have that. I think I know what you're getting at, but I think sometimes with Diouf, he takes 10 crosses to get one right. And I think I'd rather have him in as a backup if we need him to do that. But I think we need a proper left.
Yeah, he's Julian Fober with the crosses sometimes, isn't he? So I'd rather have an out left winger playing left wing than a makeshift left winger.
I don't, Mark, do you?
I know what you're thinking, though.
You can't get someone that goes round the back like in the old days, beat the defender, get to the outside, get the ball and get. They don't want to come in on the wrong foot. They muck about. I guess what's that? I barked at the moon.
Can't say I've born in barking, so I've barked on the moon. Does that count? It's on the moon. At the moon. I was going to say on the moon. Bloody hell. No, I think with the youth, I think he's got pace. I think he's got shooting ability. I think he's good at corners. He's good at free kicks. He's good at crossing from, like say, from the byline as well as deep. The only thing it lets him down is defensive abilities, and obviously that's where a lot of our goals were conceded last year, was the fact that we were so open on the left. And I think Scholes is a much more accomplished left back than Diouf will ever be, in my opinion. But I think Diouf has just got a wand.
He's got no pace, though, has he, Scholes?
Yeah, but Scholes done all right.
No,
he only ever got caught out against the big boys. You know, I think he got ripped apart in Liverpool, Arsenal maybe. That was it. I think all the other ones he is established. So I think he's good enough for the Premier League, which means he's good enough for us.
I was looking at a comment. I think, is it Troj, Troj? He scored 20 plus
Hugo
goals.
is out of our budget.
20 plus goals and assists and made the championship team of the season. I was just looking it up. Yeah, he made the championship team of the season, wide left. Maybe not a bad shout at all.
10 million quid maximum is what Stoke are looking for, and that's almost pump money now, isn't it? I mean, like years ago, you could buy someone for 5 million quid to do a job, couldn't you? But 10 million quid in today's money is probably about right.
Yeah, I'd say that. Yeah, like I say, if he's a local boy, knows the club, you know, with a reputation like that in the Championship, wouldn't say no to that at all.
Yeah, I like to think that they're buying players not just for how they play on the field, but how they're off the field, the personalities, make sure that everyone you got is not upsetting everyone else in that squad as well at the same time, rather than just buying, we'll get this guy in, he's a good player, and he's got an ego, or he's not right, he doesn't set up right, and then he causes other issues.
That's the ground check, isn't it? That's what they know, isn't it?
Yeah, that with the background checks, what they're doing, don't they?
Yeah, and you know what? That's something I've watched like a Jose Mourinho documentary, and there's going to be one coming out on Netflix quite soon. But they talk about his time when he was at Porto, and they had no money whatsoever. But what they were doing was that they were buying people that were in and around from the area, players that were fans of the club, and regardless whether they were 16 or 36, they got the DNA and the feel and what it meant to get the extra 10% out of those players because they're playing for their club. And sometimes Silva, I'm assuming he's a West Ham fan considering he's in the area and he played for the club. Having someone like that and that DNA coming back in will kind of help us get that bit extra out of them, a bit more commitment from players rather than players that we've signed previously that are coming in, seeing us as a platform and then going for double the money afterwards. Sometimes you need to get back. To me, that's the West Ham way for me. Like academy players who support the club, players who are born in the area. That's the DNA of West Ham. And to get people from away, like I think you get the other ones like Alvin Martin, come from up north and come down and basically immerse themselves into the culture. But yeah, I think getting players like that, like I would have, like Flynn Downs would have been perfect for us this year.
Yeah,
I liked Flynn Downs. I did like Flynn Downs. I
liked him a lot.
He had a tackle. I thought he was good. He didn't stay on his feet. That's the only thing where he slid in. He didn't stand on his feet. But I thought he was good. His commitment was brilliant. And again, another West Ham fan. That's exactly what you're saying. But like, he got rid of him, didn't he?
Freddie Potts for me. Like, if Bowen went, Freddie Potts would be my captain because he's pretty much that heart of the team. Giving that bit extra, someone that understands club as to why you've got to commit yourself because you're giving this speech saying this is what this club's about. You're doing this for the fans are us and stuff. Yeah, so I think I'll buy Flynn Downs tomorrow. I really would. Him and Freddie Potts in the middle of the park. I'd be happy with that.
But it's going backwards, though, isn't it? You know what I mean? That's a problem.
I think
that's what you're missing, right?
Go forwards, isn't you?
If we was in the Championship last time, you had Mark Noble. You had a Mr. West Ham, that fighter, the grafter, the captain. Bowen's a different captain to that. But you need someone that Mark Noble-esque and Freddie Potts could be that one.
Orford, another one. That's what they're putting a lot of hopes on him this year. Like Kante, I watched Kante a few times at youth level, especially when he used to go to Colchester with West Ham, and he likes to leave a foot in, he likes to leave an elbow in, and he's quite physical. And I recall, I can't remember who the guy was up top from Colchester. It was like 30-year-old guy, like a seasoned veteran, and he was on the bench. And my mate Callum, who used to be on the podcast, he nudged me. He went, "That bloke over there just said he's going to lump one on Kante because he's going to lash out." And he subbed him on. The first thing he did, he went straight on Kante, straight on him. Really? Kante got up, didn't like it. Next tackle, he went in on that player. He done a dirty tackle and got booked for it. It was like, you tell you what, you need to kind of control your temper a little bit because you're going to be targeted because you're a good player. And I think that could be his downfall this season if he can't control his aggression, because he is quite an aggressive player. I think he could be more of a liability than useful for us next year.
Oh yeah, we're the England of the league. You know, most of these other teams are going to be Argentina. They know they're going to leave the foot in. They're going to wind them up because it's not a level playing field for most of these teams.
Yeah. Well, I think that's where you get your lead. That's where you get your leaders in the clubs to sort of have a word with him. You know, your Bowens, Ward-Prowses, Mavropanoses, even to like Areola. I should imagine, to sort of pull him aside. So look, you're going to get kicked up in the air a bit here. You're going to have to take it. It's going to school of hard knocks, but keep your head, keep your cool, sort of thing. That's where you get your senior players around them to kind of have a little word.
I agree though. Kante could be better than Potts, I think. But like you said, if he can't control that aggression, he's fucking no good with us.
Yeah, I mean, even Potts got sent off last year, didn't he? He got sent off against who was it? We played Burton Albion, wasn't it, in the FA Cup? He put a dirty tackle in and got sent off for it.
Was it dirty? I think
it was a dirty tackle. I think it was a bit.
No, it was harsh.
Yeah,
I remember that.
I thought it was harsh, actually. What I seem to remember of it. Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's exciting the fact that we've still got Alvarez to come back, but it looks like he's going to be off. I think Ajax are looking at him. I think Real Sociedad are looking at him.
He's on.
Tadebo's on his toes. Well, that's what they're saying. They're basically wanting for like €9 million, and then they want to buy his image rights or something like that off the club.
Yeah, that could look.
Yeah, well, Mexican captain, isn't he? And he's like profiling wise. But sometimes got if Ajax ain't got the dough, you go right. Okay, well, give us 10 million and give us one of your youth players.
Yeah, start looking around their squad and say what players they've got as a bargaining tool. Why not?
Another kudos.
Because then, that way, if we sell them, they get kudos. Oh, bloody hell, yeah. You know what's weird is that Edson Alvarez is when I went to Ajax a couple of Christmases ago, went into their stadium and broke in on their Hall of Fame. This is a true story. I walked in. I walked around the back gate where it was open. I'm infamous for breaking into stadiums, Trevor. When I go on a
really,
yeah, I almost got arrested in Slovakia. I'll tell you that off camera. But went into the Ajax stadium and went through all the changing rooms and stuff. And on one of their corridors, they've got all the players' pictures up. And Edson Alvarez is on there, like Hall of Fame Ajax. And I'm like, why is he on there? And he went, he made 100 appearances for the club. So any player that's made 100 appearances for Ajax is on this Hall of Fame.
Okay.
It's mad. Kudus ain't on there. Like he jumped ship as soon as he could. So I think Alvarez is almost like highly thought of in Holland. So if he's going to go anywhere, Ajax is a pretty easy move for him.
Yeah. Like I said, and if you can maybe, if they ain't got the money, raid their youth team or raid their reserves, whatever. See what they've got in their books.
Yeah, exactly. What else on the agenda? So Nuno's got his number 2 now. Is this Rui Silva, who left Wolves in the summer. Paco Taco is no more. So what's your thoughts on the
Is there some kind of history between that Rui, whatever his name is, and Paco?
I don't know. I just think there's a better working relationship between Rui Silva and Nuno because they're with each other pretty much all their careers. They were with each other at some Portuguese team, then they were at Valencia, and then they were at Wolves the first time round. Then Spurs, I believe. Then I think Nuno was on his own for his next 2 clubs.
Yeah. If I'm honest, I don't know much about him. I really don't. Paco last year seemed to do well with Nuno. I don't know much about this other guy. So if Nuno trusts him, we'll give him a go.
Yeah, I think he's a bit more. There's a growing confidence that we'll do even better now we've got them 2 working together. So
you don't want a yes man next to him. You want someone to call him out. That's what Taco done last year. He called him out and told him his fortune, and didn't agree with him and made him have a reality check and think about what he was doing. All he wanted is a yes man. As I said, I go back to that Mike Bassett with Bradley Walsh. Yes, boss. That's no good. Because that's blowing smoke up his arse ain't no good. You've got to tell him that you think he's doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Jesse Derry, he signed for Sporting Lisbon and scored in his debut, by the way. I saw that the other day. Cracking goal. I think, same. Like Jono's saying there, Alan Irvine used to tell Moyes often.
I liked Irvine.
Yeah, I think we went down the pan when he left, I must admit.
I noticed. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. As soon as he left, it seemed to go. When we was there, that's when we was kind of on the up, weren't we? And it was going really, really well. As soon as he left, that's when it kind of changed a bit.
Is he with him now at Everton? He is, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, yeah. Yeah, I think, so time will tell. Time will tell on that. But, hopefully, I say that the squad, the coaching structure seems to be in place. It feels like we've made more recruitment staff signings than we have players. But I think, it'll only take like a few days to sign 3 players, they'll come from nowhere. They'll come pretty quickly and they'll be in time for the season starts. Like we got...
You can't just jump them in now, can you? That's my argument. You can't just jump them into the team.
If you're buying championship players, they'll be accustomed to it anyway.
But you've got to know your players. You've got to build up a relationship. That's what pre-season's for, and we're doing it too late.
Pre-season just fitness anyway. You've got a 46 game season.
Yeah, I know that, Mark. But what I'm saying is you've got to get some kind of understanding with the players you're playing with. So you need to get someone in. Say, I'm going to say, I don't know, someone in to play with Tatty. To get so when you're on the ground running at game 1, not game 6.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that one. That's the whole idea of pre-season friendlies is to get the squad to know each other, start gelling, understand each other, gaining understandings. Like say for example, you want to buy a centre back, he needs to start working with Mavropanos, even Gokhan-Bellis a little bit. If you're just suddenly throwing him in the deep end again, it's like I hate to say it's a bit Sully Mark too. It's a bit
centre back's different. Centre back, he's got to get that connection, goalie connection.
That's what I mean.
When you buy a winger, you buy the winger because of what he does, and he learns to get into that team anyway, and that don't take long.
True, but still took. I remember taking Somerville a couple of games, and I think we want to hit the ground running, and I think I'm really surprised we've not made 1 or 2 signings. Really surprised.
Yeah, that is a good comment that just come up there. I agree with that.
Yeah, go on. Virgil.
When they should be shut.
When they should shut.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that.
That is right. Completely right.
Yeah.
I have to agree. I'll have to agree with Lego Ed here. He's going to rate me in this. John's got the nickname Lego Ed from Claret and Booze.
Oh, right.
It's Virgil, Dad.
Oh, well, okay. He's right though. He's right because
he's
you pay your season ticket and all that, and you want to see your players like you get flogged off 3 games in once you've got all your money in. It's not right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm that one.
I just think you start the season with your players and that's it. And you've got that midweek one at Christmas, you know, or the one that you can do. The 4-week break at Christmas where it's open again, and then that's it. That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Special dispensation, I suppose, for a goalkeeper.
Is that a change in modern football that you're
No. It's not a change. A change was the old days. You could buy them all year round.
Yeah. Have a drink. Can we stop for a drink? Is that what I'm doing at Pickford? Can we stop for a drink now? Is that all right?
Yeah.
They've had a transfer window. Now we've got 2. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, drink.
In basketball, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I think it's very
you keep looking up. It's like something off a University Challenge.
Hey?
You keep looking up. It's like something from University Challenge.
Yeah, my light keeps going on it, so I keep turning it off. Sorry.
Sorry, we're keeping you, Trev. Like,
no. The phone,
saying,
the light keeps going up on it, so I'm sort of keep turning it off. Do you know what I should do? Got it on charge. There we go. I'll put it down. That'll be easier. There we go.
Brilliant. So, Mark, what's your first game you're going to this season?
It'd be I'm on holiday for the Portsmouth and the Burnley game. So I think we're at home on a Tuesday night. I think it might be the first home game of the season. I'll have to
Charlton, is it Charlton?
I think
Could be. I don't think it's a Saturday. I think it's a midweek game.
Right. So you're missing a good few games then before you
I
get
missed the cup game. The Pompey game is the cup one, which I probably would have liked to have gone to. But Burnley away is the one. I wouldn't have gone Burnley away anyway. So, but that'd be a tough game, first game of the season as well.
Yeah. Have they got anyone? They brought anyone in? Burnley.
Cornet.
I can have a look.
Cornet.
Oh, he was dead.
I tell you what, how they convinced us to buy him. Because when he was at Burnley, I remember Burnley fans saying to me, "Oh, you've bought a great player there. You've pulled our pants down on that one. We bought him." I was like, "We bought the same guy."
He must have had about an 8-year contract. That was about 2017 we bought him.
I know, it feels like he's been here forever, doesn't he? It feels like he's been here for apps. You think about it, right?
He's got a testimonial at the end of the season.
If you remember back to when Bowen scored the goal, right, in the Conference League final, he's there at the celebration.
Yeah.
And it's like, what's he doing there?
He is. He is. You know what, right? In his interview, he said, "I'll come to West Ham to win trophies." And he did that. He did that in his first season.
Well, he didn't contribute, did he?
Trey said trophies, plural.
Yeah, we got 15 in the night, didn't we? I don't know.
Right, so here's who Burnley have bought. So Burnley have activated their transfer for Florentino, who I think is a fantastic footballer, I must admit, from Benfica for 24 million euros. It's in euros, sorry. They've got in Hugo Raghuber from Lille for 5 million euros. They've got in Luke Castell from Espanyol on a free. Jadon Benel, who's 21 under 21, just been promoted. Luca Coliosho from Paris. Basically just end of loans that have all come in. So they've only signed 3 players really, 3 new players that they've brought to their team. One of them was on loan last year, so it just activated it.
As it stands, Burnley have made themselves stronger, and we, as it stands, are weaker than where we were at the end of the season. As it stands.
Yeah.
So that's not good.
Yeah, but we're still stronger than Burnley.
What?
Yeah, we're still a big squad. Burnley had Price back. He'd get into their team. Alvarez will get into their team. He's still with us.
Paul Prowse will get into their team.
You're missing my point. What I'm saying, Mark, is at the end of the season, Burnley have improved their squad.
But technically, we have as well because them players have come back.
Well, we haven't yet, have we? Because we
didn't have Paul Prowse last season.
He sold 2 of our better players have been sold, and we haven't replenished them yet. So we are from the last game of the season, from a squad situation, weaker going into this season until we get someone in.
No,
So is that
I think
good?
they've lost quite a few players though.
What?
I
How
think
many have
they've
they
lost
sold?
quite a few players though. I've just closed it down, but I think they've sold quite a few,
Yeah, you're
quite a few
probably
players.
right.
Like
You're probably right.
Esteve's, I think Esteve's gone. I think there's a couple of other players. Trev, you can go. You could be Stato.
I will.
There was dressing going on next week.
Um,
What was his name on that? The guys who've done that.
Oh, I can picture
What's
it. I can't-
Stato, wasn't it?
Yeah, but what was his actual name? He was quite a well. What's it, writer? Wasn't he, like fantasy football? Forget his name now.
Right, so let's have a look. Burnley transfers.
Rivet.
Arrivals.
But that's
Departures for Burnley FC transfers 26-27 season, which I guess so departures. Jaden Anthony to Brentford.
Yeah.
Leslie, excuse me, I've got to get it right. Ugochukwu. Gone to
You're doing
Galatasaray.
face jacker.
I remember him. Oh my god, I remember that.
God, a Dogotogwengo.
I remember that.
Dogotogwengo.
Martin Dubravka has gone to Tottenham, the goalie.
Yeah. They've lost quite a few assets, really, haven't they?
So you could say that we've improved more than Burnley right there, Tom.
Well, yeah, you could say that, but my point of question is though they've been active in trying to fluff their squad up, and we ain't done nothing yet. Unless we're relying on our youth.
But they haven't had a change of
For
ownership
example.
essentially either, have they?
Well, he ain't gone yet.
But yeah, essentially, it's taken
Don't remind me.
Gone, is he?
He's the man in charge.
In June, he was gone, and he was like, "That's it, I'm off," and he's still hanging around like a bad smell.
Well, he's going to hang around till he could, like he said, he's going to sell when we go back up because these shares are more profitable. That's just business, isn't it?
Mark Cardor on West Ham Way, a channel, said that he had been informed that David Sullivan has put his shares up for sale. So I think whatever come out those few days ago, which completely grinded my gears and made me rant on YouTube for 8 minutes straight, and you Dad saying I've bit, he's living in my head. I think he is living rent free in my head because, like I say, I'll explain why in a minute. But I think he's done that to make himself relevant to then say, okay, get it's a sales pitch, effectively.
Unofficially, he's been up for sale for a long time. Doesn't mean he's going to accept anything. He's going to accept a number in his head that he's going to want.
But you just hope it ain't one big ruse to get everybody to buy their season ticket holders, and then go, "I'm not selling now." I'm going to stay.
I don't think it's a ruse.
Křetínský pulls off a mask and it's just David Sullivan, like saying
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Go away with them pesky kids. But this Křetínský, we talk about him for a minute. That Křetínský, right? He's saying all the right things, but saying it and doing it is two different things, isn't it? Now he's either going to be our special K, or he's going to be a Danny K, which is a joker. And I'm just hoping he's going to he does the first.
Say that again.
What's that?
Is it be Special K or Danny K?
Or Danny K. Remember Danny K, the old American film actor? He was a bleeding clown, wasn't he?
You never heard of that. I didn't want to say anything.
The way you're talking.
What?
More like Peter K.
No, but it's just. I hope he says what he's going to do and he comes to fruition with it and don't just bullshit us because we've been through that, don't we?
That's not overnight either. That stuff is going to take years to see if he's going to back his. It's like politicians, isn't it? They've got 4 years to do whatever they say they're going to do.
Yeah.
Before you can judge them.
I think it's more on the pitch that I'm concerned about with regard to Křetínský. It's like if Sully was in charge and we hadn't bought any players, everyone would be in uproar. Sully, typical Sully. Sully's doing the same old thing again. We're in the same boat. You know, we have got money. There's ways and means of getting money on players. And to me, we would have kind of been, well, if we hadn't been pre-preparing for ourselves to go down, considering position we was in last year, well, that just shows how piss poorly organised we were. And I think, was it Brian? I've just seen the post.
Blue Bell Bungalows.
Blue Bell Bungalows. Yeah, if we knew the position was in last season, so if we weren't preparing back in the last season, that shows how bad we were, right? And I think, you know, you're telling me we've been linked with so many players, you know, over the summer. You know, you can use the excuse we want to buy the right player. Well, how much more vetting do you have to do? You know, I appreciate you want to vet the player properly, but you know, so many other clubs. I don't want to say just go out and buy a player, but you're telling me you've not targeted a player, you've not got a player in mind, you've not have they put bids in? And like what you say, we've got, technically speaking, a week till the Pompey game and 2 weeks till the start of the season. So
yeah.
Historically, though, because of all the leaks, everyone's always known who we're going for. Everyone's known about the bids when the contracts. Because this is now done all behind the scenes and we're kept out of the loop, which most people wanted. You can't moan about, we haven't heard nothing about this.
No,
that's the whole reason, isn't it?
That's a good point, and I think maybe it's something we're not used to as West Ham fans. We're used to so many leaks from you know who. It's like a colander. Yeah. You know, there's just leaks everywhere. And I think you're right. It's a different world for us now under the new guy. But I think I just agree with yourself, Tony. I think we've got 2 weeks to start the season, one more pre-season friendly. We've still not brought anyone in.
That's it.
You know,
I thought this window was always going to be tough because of the time that these guys are only getting their feet under the table now. So this was always going to be a tough window, and they're going to be. I feel like they're assessing more out of them youth prospects who's filling up potential first team.
It's the only saving grace, Mark. You're probably right. Is that perhaps he's going to put his trust in the youth to get out, but I don't know whether that's going to work, mate.
And then the money's there for January. Do you know what I mean? If things are going peak on, you suddenly got 40-50 mil. You can bring in two very class championship players for that kind of money.
Yeah, but if it's all going Pete Tong, who's going to want to come to us? I think this is where we've been in that position before.
You're still the Man City, you're still the Man City of the league. Money talks.
It does, but you know, if you say we're all going Pete Tong in January,
now, is it?
It's a hell of a gamble, you know.
Yeah, Pete Tong for us is not being looking like we're going to get automatic promotion. I mean, if we're say outside of the top 6, I know there's 8 playoff places. That is absolutely Pete Tong. Pete Tong would still be something between 3 and 6 because they'll go, no, we want to get up automatically. You don't want to rely on playoffs.
No,
when you're a team, we're big favourites.
Yeah, I'd rather not go. I'd rather not go up if we don't win that league. I said this at the Leeds game. I said this at the Leeds game, didn't I?
Safe in that league, 20 points behind the winner, 7 wins, for argument's sake, right, and still get promoted.
No, I wouldn't take it. I want to go up as champions. I want to do it with style.
Again,
you want to go up as champions, but like you got to be realistic. What the prize at the end of the goal for you finishing second and first is the only difference between £200 million is the trophy. That's it.
I just want to win the trophy. That's all I care about.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice for all of us.
Yeah. I'll take second.
Yeah, but Ginge, would you take second place right now? If Lee said, "Listen, we're not going to play the season," exactly. That's what's wrong with this world. Yeah, you are what is wrong.
I'll done. I'll try some break. No, but I said this on the day we got relegated. We was in that supporters bar at the back. We had 2 jugs of beer, and I said, I only want to go up as champions. If we don't, we've got a team. We've got a 64 or 65 seater stadium. We've sold 50,000 season tickets. We've got Jarrod Bowen. We've got Souček. We've got Mavropanos. We've got Nuno Espírito Santo, who won the league over 100 points with Wolves. Like, we've got George Bendes, who's the agent in the background that's going to be getting the players in. Everything seems to be ticking right. If we don't go out as champions, it's failure.
Yeah, but you're saying about 65,000 people. We can't kick a ball for them, can we?
I think.
If we fumble through going up for a playoff final, like what Sam Allardyce did with Kevin Nolan, Matty Taylor, Carlton Cole, Mark Noble, James Tompkins, Winston Reid, Robert Green,
Vaz-Tay,
like that team should have won that league.
Yeah, well, they finished fifth. The world is big. The club weren't as big then anyway. I get that. But they finished fifth. Just because you're I agree, favourites to win the league doesn't automatically entitle you that. We're the target for everyone else. We're the target.
No, I think you've got to remember this ain't an easy league. This is a bloody tough league. This is one of the toughest leagues in the world. You know, you got to think. All right, but
I think it's one of them Mandela things because like if Coventry can win that league with Frank Lampard as manager, someone that supposedly is rubbish, with a Coventry City team that were in League One a few seasons ago, like it's doable. It's definitely doable. We've just been relegated from the Premier League after 14 consecutive seasons at top flight. We've got Jarrod Bowen still there on 150 grand a week. We don't win that league. It's a flop.
You're saying it's a must, right? Stato, get on this, right? If you went back and looked at media predictions on who was to win that league, how many times in the last 10 seasons that team's actually won the championship? I reckon it's about fucking one.
But
Coventry definitely weren't favourites last season.
No team has been.
I was only joking about actually. I was only joking there as well.
I'm going to find it.
Well, no, Coventry City were in the playoffs last year, and they lost to Sunderland.
But they weren't favourites to win the league, Ginge.
But I think
the following season they're probably in the top six.
Yeah,
if you look at it.
You know who else in the top six of favourites, didn't you? The other 5 teams of us.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's like water's wet and sky's blue, mate. It's like,
the 3 that come down favourites to go back up again.
Yeah, Wolves, Burnley, and West Ham are the 3 favourites to go straight back up.
You're the kind of geezer. If we'd have won the World Cup and they'd have won it on a penalty shootout, you'd have gone, that's fucking fate. We should have beat them in normal time.
No, if we won the World Cup with German manager, I know someone out there would be like, well, it's not really a proper World Cup win, is it?
Well, it's a bit tainted. You know what I mean?
Not right square.
I think I remember as well, like, you know, you've got also teams that are still in the league that are like Middlesbrough, they're no mugs. Southampton, they're no mugs. You know, Bristol, tough side. You
teams
know,
on the up. Wrexham.
Yeah,
Wrexham.
Definitely. It's no walk in the park for sure, but we should be a team that should be we should be getting over 100 points. We should be scoring over 100 goals. That is the position we're in.
You sound like a Spurs.
And the fact I'm not I sound like a Spurs fan, but it's just
you look like a Spurs fan as well. To be fair.
Oh, thanks, mate.
No, I do well, Adam. I make you right, and I do well. What you're saying's right, but as Trevor said, this league is a bastard because you're playing 3 times a week. You're playing.
Yeah, but that shouldn't be our excuse to say, "Oh, well, we'll go up through playoffs, scraping the barrel, getting 8th."
You're putting all that votes on Bowen being the best striker. Say he gets an injury 2 weeks in, and he does a Souček. What happens then? All of a sudden,
we should have enough about us to still win those games without him. Not yet.
I'm Pablo, because I know I ain't.
Watch him win Golden Boot this year now. You watch.
The Golden
He'll break Ivan Toney's record. He'll break Mitrovic's record. He'll do it all.
The only record he'll break would be Rusty B's if he has to play him in the ground.
Well, talking of Rusty B, that's a great segue. So obviously, with all the penny pinching and lack of transfer activity and selling players because we've got money, there was a series of redundancies that occurred at the club in June. And one of those was the beloved monkey button pusher himself, Russ Budden. For those that want to join the petition here, it's at the very start of the comments. So please scroll back and sign that petition. I've just done it. It's eu-submit.jotform.com and a load of numbers. But we want Rustis, reinstate our button monkey for match days now. Here's a fact for you. 10% of Fulcrum's weekly wage will pay for a whole year of Russ Budden on the decks. Now, Russ has been doing this job for 24 years, and on his 25th year, they've got rid of him because the club have got relegated. Now, I say he's not the only casualty. There's club shop workers, there's ticket salespeople, there's caterers, there's everything that's occurred at the club, and the fact that the club have still got people like Alvarez and Fulkrug and Tadibo, these sort of players that are on over 100 grand a week, and they're actually stealing a living because they're not actually playing football, but they decide to cut out one of their own on match days. I think it's a disgrace. What's your thoughts on that, boys?
I think it's out of order. The guy's been there all that time. I mean, he lives and breathes West Ham. He's one of our own, you know what I mean? He's been in that box for 25 years or whatever it is. He's seen us go down. He's seen us come up. He's seen us go down. He's seen us come up. He's escaped 2 redundancies. What's different this time? What's different?
Yeah.
And not only that, if they was to say, "Oh, we're not going to have a DJ no more," like we're going to like computer, but someone else is going to be doing his job. Who's going to be doing his job? That ain't right, is it?
Well,
They're putting a drink
it means your job's not available. That means someone's going to be doing it.
Well, I've spoken to someone. I spoke to someone about this as well, and they've already got his replacement, and it's not even a West Ham fan doing it.
Well, that sums it up, doesn't it?
Yeah. So it's just ridiculous. Like, yeah, you know, people can give and take whether they want a disco at half time, then that's fair enough. But the pre-game, someone to press the bubbles and stuff, to start the game, and that is. You've got to have your West Ham fans doing it, because that's, you know, if you start cutting these people out of the club, we ain't going to have our club no more.
They've been summer, right? They're like Turkish Delight, full of East End promise, and they ain't delivered on nothing yet. Nothing. This is the first thing that's going to be upsetting the fans. Is this? They've done all right with the kits, you know, and saying about the badge. And all the different things they've been saying, and yet they're going to do this to one of your own. And not only that, he goes on his channel, right, and he promotes the ground. He speaks highly. He's always promoting the ground and the tickets, and he calls from the ground. He's promoting them. Free PR, and they've been him like that.
Yeah, he does all the academies. He does all the West Ham Academy stuff as well. So
it must leave him. It must leave him with it. I mean, he said he was broken-hearted about it. You know, some people may laugh at me. I was only a job and all that, but it's more than that to someone like him. It would be to me. I'd be exactly the same as him if I was doing that job 25 years and I was to get a phone call saying, "Sorry, mate, I'm replacing you with Mildred. She's going to be doing it now." Like, Mildred from Surrey. You think what's going on here? No, but you know what I mean? No relevance. And that first game of the season, when someone's waxed the old bubbles on and all that, you know, it's gonna have a sour taste, isn't it? Because it ain't the geezer that's supposed to be doing it.
It's a
he said there's 50,000 season ticket holders in there. 65,000. 65,000. Shut up. 65,000 full house. And he's looking forward to getting them all going and, you know, getting an atmosphere. And he's been robbed of that.
I just think people have got to realise. I think, you know, as we've said in the chat, football evolves, you know, and when things evolve, things change.
Yeah, but shut up. You're winding me up now.
No, it's shocking. It's shocking.
I've heard there's a rumour they've replaced him with DJX from Spotify. That's cost cutting for you, isn't it? But it's a disgrace. Like, he's the match day announcer at the under 21s over at Rush Green and all the other youth level games. He does academy shows because he's pretty much getting the first eye on it. He's promoting our players. Oh God, can you imagine? New DJ will play North London forever when we walk out first match.
Perhaps
that's the stuff. That's the shit you need to avoid.
Perhaps he's done something on his content. I mean, I don't know what if he said something on his content that's upset the club. I don't know. I mean,
he's been quite coy in terms of that. I mean, West Ham Network have always been a channel where he has his own views, but he realises he's an employee of the club and in some capacity. But there's other people on that channel that air their views and frustrations in terms of it. But at the end of the day, like, you know, you should be entitled to your opinion.
I've never heard him say one derogatory remark about West Ham.
No, that's what I mean.
Like, he doesn't. He never slagged off if he thinks the decision's right or wrong. He just, I just think it's a shame. It annoys me when things like that happen. And the thing is, what's happened is that they're still getting a parachute payment. There's been no loss of earnings yet. If it happened next year, I think, oh well, they've lost revenue. I can see, but what have they lost? They're paying less for rent.
They still lose money. The parachute money don't give them 100% of what Premier League earnings are.
Well, I don't know whether it does, Mark. I think it does. I think they get a free season to come back. That's the idea.
Parachute payment, they get a little bit back. Nothing like 100%.
Oh, well, I stand.
You lose the Premier League TV revenue. There's big money. That's why we got to raise 150 million like they've done for the Saps. But you know, we're talking big money. You're talking for him like, I don't know, 20 grand a year. It's not involved in the same conversation with that kind of money, is it?
It's not even that. It's not. You know what? It's not even 20 grand a year where he gets paid. Really? Like he's probably gets something like 400 quid, 500 quid a match day.
Yeah, we've got 46 games.
You look at it that way.
That's 23 grand.
23 games.
Did you do the away game?
He's the mobile. He's the mobile DJ. You know what he should do? You know what Russ should do? He should get a little mobile van and park up outside and still do his match day thing outside the stadium. That's what he should do.
Yeah, that'd be good actually. Yeah.
I hope there's a bit of common sense and a bit of a turnaround, and I hope that they might see the flag and think, "Oh, we'll drop money and come out."
It was a tough season, Ginge, but he's responsible for probably my most joyful moment of the whole season, the Leeds Cup game. And we got back to 2-2 late on, and about 20,000 people had left, and everyone comes steaming back in, and he played Freed from Desire, and the place was absolutely jumping. And it was probably my most joyful moment. I think like on the cameras, they were showing Danny Dyer, and he had all these grandkids of him and all running around all over the place. But it was an absolute party disco there, and I was all for that. And that was probably my most. That's how bad the season was, because we lost that game.
But that shows where he's connected with the club as well. That shows how he's connected with the club.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
He picked a moment. He knew that was going to get the place rocking at that moment.
Yeah. Yeah, he knew the timing.
10,000 Leeds fans have been giving it to us for about 90 minutes, just stood there in silence while everyone else was jumping around having a party.
I'll tell you what, Mark, Mildred from Surrey won't be doing that.
Mildred.
Oh, it's come up again or something like that.
Yeah, it's on Sky News now. They got Danny K.
You want to do a bit of Googling, Mark? You'll see what a clown a geezer is.
Is that Kay Burley that's doing that newsread, is she?
Oh, mate. All right, leave it now.
Yeah. I think we're peaked at this point, boys. I'm not going to lie. But no, so thanks for coming on. We'll be in same time next week, Tuesday, 8:30 every week. Hopefully going to get some guests on prior to the show. I've been talking to a few ex-footballers that are going to be back coming on, so they're happy to come on. And yeah, what more can I say? West Ham Championship champions. Next week we'll do all our predictions, yeah? How about that? We'll do that as a content, yeah?
Yeah, sounds good.
And then we'll get a
quiz
sorted.
Or
just like who your hammer of the year would be, golden boot. Who do you think's going to go down and stuff like that? Yeah.
Okay.
Who's the new DJ going to be?
Yeah. Mildred.
Who's the new DJ?
I'm voting Mildred.
Mildred to get the old Spanish, and old Russ will be back next week. I put money on that. Open it up with Sky Bet. Russie B will be our DJ next year. The shit's going to hit the fan.
All right then, boys. No worries. Right. And I'll see you on the flip side. See you next week.
See you later. Bye.
So.